So, yeah, last time I managed to get the basis of a actual press the button to craft and it queues things and crafted objects appear. And That's been really good. Pardon me, solved a lot of problems. And now I need to make it so that well, firstly, you can cancel things, which would be quite useful. Um, but also, we need the ability to um, represent the crafting side of things in a slightly different way. So, alongside handling uh, the data a bit differently, I might be doing something shortly, like an hour or so, but I will do what I can, I guess. I can do quite a lot in an hour, especially with code generation. So yeah, basically, I need to rewrite the system that we're currently using so that the UI for displaying lists of recipes is uh, different to the thing that's queuing said recipes. Um, so we can then cancel them because you kind of want like a static list that doesn't change, and then a sort of a queued series of recipes. But for now, I'm going to make a progress bar and a cancel button, and I will do something uh, insignificant just to prove that I can cancel them, and then the way we move it around later and stuff will be a bit more useful. So if we've got a vertical box craft, so let's keep it real simple. We add another one into here, and then apparently I need text on here. This will be craft. Oh, sorry. Whoops. I always do. Oh, sorry. This is cancel. Above the crafting box, we actually want a progress bar. Let's compile that real quick. So this is going to be crafting progress. This is going to be cancel. We just want to press the on clicked here. This should have a cancel crafting. Let's see. Did I change it? Close others. Yeah, currently it takes in the current thing that you've got. So let's see. Did I give myself access to the current selected? I actually did. So for now, this should be get selected recipe. Look at that, I'm forward thinking with some of this stuff, eh? So that's all good. And then we want a method in here. And this should have a float, and this will be called get progress. And then another one, which is ball, is in progress. And these are going to be blueprint callable. And this should be pretty straightforward. So in this instance, we will return. So it's if we need to get the timer. So if we do this get timer manager dot timer elapsed, time remaining. What's the easiest way to do this? We're going to minus something by something. So it'd be like 5 minus 3 seconds past, which would be 2. And then it'd be that divided by that, yeah. So this would get timer elapsed. So this will tell us how long it's been. So this should be a float time equals this. So I think is right, yeah, it's a float. And then this will simply be if, well, it will just be if time greater than 0, then, well, if time greater than 0, then we shall return, it will be in progress recipes 0, get recipe crafting time. It should return time divided by this. That should give us the percentage. Just as is, I think. Yeah. Let's return 0, right. So if any time's passed, then show the progress bar. Otherwise, it will just kind of blank itself out. But I should probably do, I think this is in progress. We should have something like return that, and instead of this, is timer active. Okay, and we're kind of doing the same thing twice in here. I do actually want to have a handle directly to the timer manager. So actually, if I should be able to use something for this, refactor this, introduce field, place 3 occurrences, timer manager. Beautiful. And then this. That's interesting. Is it a static? Huh, I never realized. Okay, I might have to look into. So apparently the timer manager, according to my what do you call it? According to ReSharper, which auto generated this. This is actually, it's a public method, but is it static then? It's const. I can't imagine it would be. No, I don't know how it's managing to access it in this way. That's really weird. Okay, anyway, so we have this, and then what we want to do is refactor this. Is there a, no, okay, so extensions, ReSharper, edit, generate code, getters and setters, time manager. and it's returned that. Oh, and sorry, it's function missing qualify. Okay, hang on, let me do this. Whoops, whatever. Right, do this. Base game instance. Cannot convert this. Huh? This argument. There isn't a this argument. Okay, whatever. Anyway, if timer manager this is what I'm thinking, it's a struct, so I'm gonna say it's a pointer. I don't know how timer manager could ever not be pointer. That's weird. I know it's a struct, but does it just simply exist? Oh. And is this dereferencing? Right. Why? Const qualifier. Okay, fine. Is that what you're complaining about? Right. Yeah, I thought it was that. Right. So now we've got timer manager. Yeah, see, it is. It's a reference, but it can't be set. This is one of those weird cases because the timer manager on the world always exists, but the world doesn't always exist. So in this case, we've got like an object that exists with another one that has to exist at some point, but potentially not. And from the world's context, it has a timer manager always, but we don't always have a world to access to get it. So we want a pointer to it because we can't always guarantee it's going to be available. But I might be wrong here in the future, but we'll see what happens because I've not actually run into this scenario in a while. So it'll be interesting to see. It will function. I'm just not sure whether there's any unforeseen consequences of me doing this. However, so we've now got is in progress. So I could probably just do this, which is essentially what that's doing anyway. Actually, let's just do this. So that will do that divided by that, which will give us a percent. And this dot num is empty. Not is empty. There we go. Get progress. Okay, so that should guarantee that. We should be good to recompile. Interesting. Yeah, so cool. All right, and in theory, in here, I can go crafting progress. set percent. So on tick for now. Get progress. Okay, perfect. So if I do this now, and I hit craft, oh, I need to select something first. Oh, I don't have any items to, hang on, right, I've got to do it properly. Do we have anything cool? Right. So we want barricade. Oh no, we don't want barricade. We want metal. Well, I can just make a sniper, right? Is that doing it? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, did I not have metal? Oof. Huh. Yeah, okay. Where? Oh, bloody hell. I was hoping it would. Hang on, that needs to be very explicitly that. Right. I thought it would have found and replaced all of those for me, but evidently not. Okay, right, round 2. Surprised. Usually when you generate getters and setters, it will go and find all the usages of it, but whatever. So this would be good because even if I end up making the other UI that uses this, I can just copy and paste all of the code, just change this to the other class. If I can make it work in class A, it can work in class B, so let's try again. We just need metal, I guess. There are no crafting containers. There we go, right. Right, so if we get metal and we hit craft, ta-da! We have a progress bar that should just go back to nothing. And if I queue 2 things, it should restart. Ta-da! Right. And then it will stop again. Perfect. Okay. So that's the progress bar sorted. Now I just need to cancel things. So in order for this to work, I need to basically make all of these structures and extra components and things for the most part. So did I make this? Let's see if this wasn't perfect, but it should be. It's interesting. So this would actually want to be. Oh, so we've got the recipes, so we would have get. Maybe not. Okay, so we do what? Get game instance? No. Do I not even have one in here? Normally I got the player controller, but not the game instance. Well, that's not very smart, is it? Fine. Player controller. Oh no. Game instance dot table manager dot get recipe. Yeah, so I don't have a get recipe by ID. So why am I... Bit tricky, this one. It's weird. So we created all of these. So realistically, I would have something like a full recipe, get recipe, int32 recipe ID. And it's going to be one of these. Full recipe fr return fr. Oh, whoops. And then this will be for u recipe UI to be in recipes if recipe dot get recipe dot id fr equals recipe dot get recipe. Right. Oh, that would do. It's a little convoluted. I don't know why it's complaining about this. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, so that would do that. So this would be like literally just this. That's a structure that we need to include. All of this should be good to go because this will be that. This goes at the end. Is that what we want? I mean, for now, I can literally just do, right, if I get rid of this and I do cancel recipe, get recipe, should be something like that. Okay, there we go. We would do a cancel on the timer. So we'd do this. Clear timer for clear timer for that. I don't know why it's got return, right? So that would stop the timer, that would do that. And then afterwards we'd do if in progress recipes dot is empty, go to the start. We would So that's getting the progress. On craft complete. Yeah, so we would just run craft complete. Actually. Oh no, we wouldn't, because we don't want to process anything else. So we'd get this and do it in here. Might want to sort that out a bit differently later. Okay, so then we'd set the timer again for the new recipe after having removed the current one. Problem with this is it's being added multiple times, so this is where we need to like add them at IDs or something. So actually it would probably be remove at 0. Which should shrink the array, yeah. Removes the element, so we remove the first one. Obviously we want a if. We need is in progress. So we can't press the cancel button when there's nothing being done. And then on cancel, this will just straight up give us items back. This will then clear the timer, remove the first one. If it's not empty, move on to the next one. Right, so if I hit compile. Right, cool. It's promising. Okay, so if we come over to here, so we've got nails, metal, and wood. So if I craft 2 barricades and hit cancel, so it reset the timer. If I cancel again, it added them back. If I hit craft a few more times, so we go down to nothing, then hit cancel a few times. Okay, looking good. And this should complete, and then start the next one. And if I hit cancel, 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 that's all of them back. And if I spam craft, let it complete one of them, then hit cancel, 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 cancel. Add a few more to craft. Still a visual bug with the UI there. And then, yeah, see it's adding the metal back in place. So if I let it craft again, use all the resources. I think the next one will take over where the wood is. Or did we have more wood than metal? We might have had more wood than metal. That would make another one. And then if I cancel all of them, yeah, fine. Just make 4 snipers. Cancel one of them. Cancel another, cancel another. Perfect, right, so we can now, we've now got a progress bar, we can cancel crafting recipes, and we get the items back. Now obviously the items going back currently go back into our inventory, but this will inevitably, so search for nearby, actually use player inventory. Oh, whoops. So it'll be, wait, start with an internal, internal inventory, else adds to players inventory. So this is where we need to start thinking about the thing that's crafting it. If it's the player that's crafting it, then we just put it straight back into the player's inventory. And if it's it that's crafting it, honey cancel, it should put the items back inside its own inventory, and if there's no space in there, put it back in the player's. So that's that requires all of. I did load it. Hang on, let me. I feel like I need a shortcut. Can I pin this? No, I can't. Okay, fine. Yeah, so this is where we need to start using all of this stuff. So this is where we need like a crafting device, the recipes it can have, then an instance of a crafting device, and an in progress crafting, and so on and so forth. Oof. But yeah, so we've got a functional progress bar, and we can cancel and get our items back. So that's really cool. Yeah, craft a couple sniper rifles. I forget what rounds these actually use. It should carry on whilst I'm not in my inventory, so we've got 4 there. Oh, hang on. So yeah, we're up to there. In theory. Alright, folks. Goodness me. Yeah, it is. Cool. Wonderful. Right. Cancel does nothing there. Craft does nothing there. Perfect. Obviously, it's still duplicating the stuff. I need to change that, but we'll that will happen when I create an actual alternate crafting UI, which I need to consider as well. Bro, can you? Damn, can't get on here at all. That's surprising. Meow. Alright, cool. Wow, these things really do randomly generate not much a lot of the time. Oh yeah, I forget I've got like a sidearm. Sniper rifle, number 3. Pistol. Sniper. Boom, boom, boom. Uses the same ammo as well. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. I can steal their helmet. I can swap those over. You know how many games don't actually have it so you can swap things in your inventory like that? I swear it's insane to me. It's like the way I've got this set up is the only thing that this cares about is where it is in your inventory. But this actually creates like an instance of armor. So when I'm doing this, it's like the damage calculations are being recalculated and stuff, which is probably why my health's basically not going down anymore. And it's regenerating its own, because these actually have inventories of their own, but I couldn't at the time. I couldn't figure out an effective way of representing their inventories inside here. So what I think the solution I'm going to come up with is have it so it works in the same way that these get generated. So this inventory will be the player's personal stuff with their equipment, and then it will generate an extra one of these underneath each relative to each of the various bits. What's really cool here is they're coming over to their teammates and they're actually taking ammo for their own weapons, which is quite cool. Whether or not it still works is another matter. I'm pretty sure it does because I should be able to see that. They are still shooting, right? They do have different guns, and they'll only find guns that use the same ammo, so not entirely sure. Oh, well, these guys got like knives equipped. I need to make it so that they pick up other people's weapons as well. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That should just move across. Yeah, nice. Okay, so yeah, we can craft things, we can cancel the crafting, we have timers. This basically does exactly what I think it needs to. This is as complicated as it needs to be for now. The only difference later would be down here, instead of passing a UI component, it would just pass along the in progress recipe crafting object, potentially. Do I even need... Oh, yeah, I do need to save it because it would have to be reloaded. Yeah, so the reason I need a in progress crafting thing here is because it will need to be stored if the server gets closed, so that it can then automatically sort itself out later. Now something that I wanted to implement, and it's a reason that some of these crafting recipes have certain traits, is if I come into get recipe list container. So we've got recipes to add. Yeah, okay. So currently I'm just passing in all of the crafting recipes. So if I come into here somewhere, this will... Is it here? Oh no, it's in the inventory item container. Oh no, sorry. Inventory. So in here, so this is where we get the recipes. Right, so instead, if I drag this across, we have, we want a array for each. Right. So this would be break. Okay, and then just pull this back. We'll sort this out later. Okay, so these are manual recipes. So if we go branch, so this is what it should be doing. It adds it, otherwise it carries on. So we find only the manual recipes. However, I'm just going to ignore it for now and do that. So what I can test out is automatic recipes, where they get crafted as and when items come in, basically. So what I can do, so in here, I want something, so in the player controller, there should be a item updated or something to that effect. Let's see. I'm in use. There's just containers updated. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter that much. I can find it from here anyway. So the idea here would be to do controller dot get base character dot get inventory dot on containers updated. That's going to be on item updated to add unique dynamic. This at that. Oh, this is a static, so we want this instead. And then we kind of want a on item updated. And then here we just have void. One of these on item updated. Put that there, and then this needs some parameters. So if I find references here, in here maybe. Oh no, hang on. Oh, it's found all of them. Oh, that's unfortunate. Somewhere there is item updated. That's is that the one? Yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Okay, hang on. Right, if I go back, right, find references to that, please. Thank you. Loot box. Here we go. Right. So I just need to copy this into here. Then create definition. Go in here. U function. Oh. Okay, let's just check this. Right, so that means we can get update when that happens. So on this, what I need to do is loop through the recipes, which would be this. Yeah, I need to look into that again. Well, so all I need to do is do this, perform this check here. and we do if recipe.getRecipe.recipe.type equals automatic, then this is going to be this. We pass in that. And that, then we want to craft. We need to forcibly select the recipes, I guess, but this probably should work a bit differently. Let me change this. So we have craft and craft internal. So this is going to work like that. This will take a U recipe UI recipe. I'm not sure I understand. Okay, well, this should be craft internal. Right. Why U recipe UI? Oh. Oops, my bad. Okay, that's better. So this should just do craft internal. And now we can do craft internal up here. And this will do recipe. There we go. So now when the player's inventory gets updated, it will check for any recipes that are of type automatic, then check the player's recipe, and if it can craft it, it will automatically start crafting it. So in theory, it will just do it once for the moment, but I could loop it until it can't. So I could, for instance, put this in a while. Right, so this will loop it it will go while check for inventory for recipe. It will keep trying to craft it and it will queue up multiple crafts of that particular recipe. Okay, I'm just going to stop it properly. And later I might be able to change this so it behaves better for this method. But it should be pretty cool if it works. Hmm. Interesting. Right. There we go. So, nope, we're all good. So, if I come up here and I take metal, nothing should happen. Good. If I go into here, and let's say, so wherever those crafting recipes have ended up here somewhere. Okay, so we've got several things. So let's say this was SMG. And then this is like bandage. And the sniper takes metal. The SMG takes wood. And this takes cloth. Okay, so if we get those going now. So in theory, if I put cloth in my inventory, it should start mass producing bandages. If I put metal in, it will make snipers, and wood, it should start crafting SMGs. So wood. Ah, hang on, I've got to set them to automatic as well. Manual, so automatic. So run that, come in here, hit play. Oh, I hope this works. 2 wood, and it crashed immediately. Nice. Oh yeah, that's the point. Okay, so I need to pass in the recipe into here as well. So rather than it just being selected recipe, it's that. So that's consume. Okay. That's fine, and it should be broken in here somewhere. There we go. Right, that's one thing I missed. Cool. So this is now more generic and just handles a recipe. So obviously it's been given the UI component, which isn't great. We just want to pass in the structure, and realistically we want to actually pass in the yeah, the recipe data and blah blah blah, but it's whatever. Right. Yeah, because this bypasses the selection, so hopefully the only thing that's selecting gets used in. Come on, right. So that's cancelled recipe crafting. Let's see. Oh, on craft complete. Oh, why do I have recipe selected on craft complete? It should just be, if not, is empty. Because we don't use it at all. And this would be no recipes left to craft. That would be a weird one to happen. Okay, let's just recompile the code. Well, that's fun. That can cause some interesting bugs. Wonderful. Right, so if we find some resources, oh, perfect. So if I take 5 cloth, it consumed possibly all of them. Oh, I didn't change that to be a bandage. But it is automatically crafting those items now. If I cancel... Ooh, interesting. Cancelled recipe is null. Um... Wait, shouldn't this be... Why are we passing in cancelled? Oh yeah, because we want to... Okay. Hang on. In this instance, we definitely want a full recipe, cancelled recipe. Right. If we come to this, where's that being used? Oh, it's just in the, yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to need to go and change that in the blueprints real quick. It's an unfortunate side effect, but it's whatever. I mean, it should actually be using... Oh, no, it'll be fine. Well, this is kind of split in two parts because this needs to be... The parameter here is intending to be the one the player is actually selecting in the list of in progress crafting, which it won't be because I haven't actually got the in progress crafting list made yet. So this should hopefully have an error. Yep. And if we go here and we do get recipe. Oh. Okay, actually I still need to pass in that. Is that exposed? It is. Okay. Right, so in theory, I instead come into here and I go get in progress. Get in progress recipes. Get 0. Hang on, move that away. Get recipe. I'm sure there's a nice way of doing things like this. Right, there we go. So, okay, so this would, instead of being just 0, this would be like the selected, the one they pressed the cancel button on whilst selected, essentially, but we don't have UI for the ones you've got selected. So, yeah, so in theory, as before, oh, right, it's actually got to spawn some containers. There we go. So we come into here. If I add some metal, that should immediately start crafting 4 sniper rifles. And then if I just give it a second, if I cancel it, it will, because I haven't told it not to, it will then continue trying to craft with it. If I put in bandages, it immediately absorbs all of the, sorry, if I put in cloth, and it will produce sniper rifles again, which obviously isn't quite what I had in mind, but there you go. Cool. So if we come into here and we actually make this produce bandage instead, and we hit run, and now we come back into here, get some cloth. Hey, now it's a cloth to a bandage, and it will passively craft bandages for me. And this will this is kind of the starting point for like automated cooking recipes and smelting recipes, and the possibility to have, like you might in colony sims, where you set workers to go off and do things for you. You give them a list of possibilities, and so you might in like a colony sim you'll end up having what am I going for? You'll likely end up in a situation where you'll have like a plus and minus button, or a greater than or equals to symbol, and consequently then you'll have it so what am I going for? You want to end up in a situation where you have like a list of crafting recipes, and you like enable and disable elements. So you'll say like maintain this much of this resource and this much of this thing. But yeah, there you go. So we're mass producing SMGs at the cost of 1 wood automatically. So yeah, that's really cool. And I can cancel, but it will keep reabsorbing the items, which is kind of convenient in this instance because it means that the cancel button's working pretty well. And consequently, we're also running into an issue now, obviously, because they're automated, that I couldn't craft the barricades because it will just eat all of the relevant resources to craft them. So I'm curious to see what happens now. Interesting. Did I just conveniently run out at the same time? Probably did. So this should cause some... This should go here. Stack 5 times. I might make the crafting recipes themselves very quick now that I know that the progress bar works. And it should continue crafting past my inventory being full, but then consequently I haven't written any code to handle like items being dropped on the floor, but it is a good test scenario for me to make the start for like dropped objects to exist as a concept. So I'd want to make an actor that spawns. So like right now, it's just gonna keep trying to craft bandages, and they're just going out into the ether. So actually, do I have a log for that? There's a lot of logs for that. Yeah, I probably ought to add a log for when items get added and they persist. Anyway, yeah, and I can't even cancel and craft and things because it uses up all the ingredients. So that's something to consider as well, but whatever. Right, so yeah, we want to spawn an actor as soon as the add to inventory exceeds the player's storage, or whatever's storage, and then it will create basically just a bag on the floor, and then whenever anything further tries to do that, it can check for nearby for other dropped bags on the floor, basically. And the bags will kind of have like an owner, so it might be owned by the player or the guild or clan or something, so that it doesn't get stolen, so I could foresee an issue where you purposely create one of these outside somebody else's crafting section, and then it would like output into your dropped container. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of possible problems with that side of things. But yeah, that's really cool. So progress bar, ability to cancel, items going into the right place, and automated crafting. So I wasn't expecting to do that at all, to be honest. I just kind of thought, fuck it, why not? So there we are. We've got a automatic crafting system. And yeah, I just need to obviously make it more robust and have lots of extra checks and things. Not entirely sure what this code's doing differently here. Oh yeah, this is gonna have to check for where it's putting items. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think of some very clever code that checks nearby containers for certain items. I almost think it's worth having a kind of continuously updated list of containers nearby with space for both the player and crafting things, so that it becomes a bit less taxing, I suppose. So if you put down like a workbench and it has links to the nearby storage containers, I would have it so it connects to their on item updated, and every time they do it, the workbench will recheck its recipes, or it does it on a poll and it just checks every like minute or 30 seconds or something. But nevertheless, it will perform those checks, and then consequently, it will determine what recipes can be crafted and auto crafting things and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be a whole nother kettle of fish. But I need to make a standard way of doing that for everything, because most things are going to need that functionality at some point. So yeah, but cool. I'm pretty happy with this. This is working concerningly well. So I just need to implement a few more aspects of it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else I want to do with it at the moment. I might do this offline. It's kind of boring. Nobody really cares that much. I find it interesting, but I've just got to do it. I just got to sit there and copy and paste code. So yeah. I think that'll be it for me on this again. There's no reason for me to do too much. Any progress is good progress anyway. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the smoothness of all of this. I'm very surprised. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. I will. Yeah. I'll call it there for now, and I've gone and bought Arc Raiders to try, because why not? So I will consequently be messing around in that for a while. I could probably stream it sometime, like tomorrow or Sunday or something, if I get into it. So yeah, that'd be really cool. And I will see you guys around.